Welcome to Minute Reads, where we bring you concise and engaging audiobook summaries. Whether you're looking for a quick overview or a refresher on key points, Minute Reads has got you covered. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful summaries. Sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Summary of the Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Introduction. The Laws of Human Nature. Robert Greene begins by explaining the core idea behind the laws of human nature, understanding why people behave the way they do. He asserts that many of our difficulties in life stem from a misunderstanding of human behavior. Greene's goal is to equip the reader with the ability to navigate complex social situations by grasping the underlying patterns that govern human actions. He draws upon history, philosophy, psychology, and wisdom from diverse cultures to craft a series of laws that guide human nature. These laws are not fixed rules, but universal tendencies seen throughout time. Greene believes that by mastering these laws, we can develop deeper self-awareness, strengthen our relationships, and build more influence in society. Greene emphasizes the importance of seeing through the masks people wear in everyday life. He points out that many behaviors, both good and bad, are driven by deeper forces that we often overlook. These forces shape our decisions, motivations, and reactions. According to Greene, recognizing these hidden elements allows us to respond more effectively in different situations. He further states that understanding these laws will also help us in our own personal growth. By observing the behaviors of others, we gain insights into our own flaws and strengths. This self-awareness can lead to better decision-making and a more fulfilling life. In essence, the laws of human nature provides a map for navigating the complex landscape of human behavior. Greene argues that knowledge of these laws will give the reader an advantage in both personal and professional life. Whether dealing with friends, family, colleagues, or strangers, this knowledge helps us see beyond the surface and understand what truly motivates people. Part 1. Understanding People's Behavior. The Law of Irrationality. Robert Greene opens with the idea that we all like to believe we are rational beings, making logical decisions based on facts and reason. However, he argues that irrationality is deeply ingrained in human nature. Our emotions and impulses often dictate our actions more than we realize. Greene explains that this irrationality stems from deep-seated forces in our subconscious mind, like fears, desires, and past experiences. One of the key elements of this law is the concept of emotional bias. Our emotions cloud our judgment, causing us to misinterpret situations or overreact. Greene urges readers to become aware of these emotional influences, both in themselves and in others, in order to make better decisions. He introduces the practice of detachment, the ability to step back from an emotional situation, analyze it objectively, and respond rationally. Greene also warns that failure to recognize our own irrational tendencies can lead to personal and professional failures. By mastering emotional awareness, we can break free from the grip of irrationality, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and make more informed choices. The Law of Narcissism. In this chapter, Greene explores the idea that narcissism is not just a personality trait in a select few individuals, but rather a tendency found within all of us. Narcissism, he argues, exists on a spectrum. At one end are people who are deeply self-absorbed, while at the other end are those who have achieved self-mastery and empathy. Greene explains that at its core, narcissism stems from a deep desire for validation and recognition. Many people go through life seeking approval from others, which can lead to a narrow focus on their own needs and desires. This behavior often manifests in ways that alienate others, causing conflicts and misunderstandings in relationships. Greene introduces the concept of healthy narcissism. He encourages readers to recognize their own narcissistic tendencies and transform them into a more balanced form of self-love. By cultivating self-awareness, individuals can learn to shift their focus from solely their own needs to a more empathetic understanding of others. The chapter emphasizes the importance of empathy in combating narcissism. Empathy allows individuals to step into the shoes of others, fostering deeper connections and healthier relationships. Green provides strategies for developing empathy, such as active listening and observing the emotional cues of others. By doing so, we can better navigate social dynamics and build stronger bonds. The Law of Role-Playing. In the Law of Role-Playing, Robert Greene explains that human interaction is like a theater, where each individual takes on different roles depending on the situation. Greene asserts that people rarely show their true selves, instead presenting masks that suit their environment or the expectations of others. These masks allow individuals to fit in socially and avoid confrontation or judgment. Greene emphasizes that role-playing is a survival mechanism, one that helps people navigate complex social structures. However, it can also create problems. Over time, individuals may lose sight of their authentic selves, becoming trapped in the roles they play. This disconnect between the persona and the true self can lead to internal conflict, dissatisfaction, and even self-sabotage. To counteract this, Greene encourages readers to become aware of the roles they play in different contexts. By observing the way they present themselves, they can begin to understand the motivations behind their actions. Additionally, Greene suggests using role-playing strategically. By consciously adopting certain roles, people can influence how others perceive them and enhance their ability to persuade and connect. At the same time, Greene advises caution when dealing with the roles others play. He stresses the importance of seeing beyond the surface, recognizing that everyone wears a mask to some degree. By looking deeper, we can uncover hidden intentions and motivations, which allows us to navigate social interactions more effectively. The Law of Compulsive Behavior. In the Law of Compulsive Behavior, Greene examines the idea that many people are driven by unconscious, compulsive habits. These habits often stem from deep emotional patterns formed during childhood. Greene argues that these compulsive behaviors operate on autopilot, controlling much of our decision-making without our conscious awareness. Compulsive behavior can manifest in various ways, such as repetitive actions, obsessive thoughts, or rigid habits. Greene explains that these behaviors are often a way for people to avoid confronting uncomfortable emotions or realities. By clinging to routine or repetition, individuals create a sense of control in an unpredictable world. However, this compulsivity can also trap them in cycles of behavior that limit growth and happiness. Greene urges readers to recognize their own compulsive patterns and understand their origins. By becoming aware of these tendencies, individuals can begin to break free from them. The key, he suggests, is self-reflection and mindfulness. By paying attention to triggers and identifying the emotions behind the behavior, one can gradually regain control over their actions. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of cultivating flexibility. Instead of rigidly clinging to old habits, Greene encourages readers to embrace change and uncertainty. By developing adaptability, individuals can make more conscious choices and open themselves up to new opportunities and experiences. The Law of Covetousness. In the Law of Covetousness, Robert Greene explores the universal human tendency to desire what others have. Covetousness, he argues, is more than just envy. It is an insatiable desire for what seems unattainable, whether it be material possessions, status, or other people's qualities. This desire often intensifies when the object of coveting is possessed by someone else, leading individuals to fixate on acquiring it. Greene explains that this behavior is rooted in human psychology. When we see something as rare, unavailable, or out of reach, our desire for it grows. The more we are denied, the stronger the craving becomes. This feeling is magnified by our comparison to others. We constantly measure our worth against what others have, which fuels covetousness. Greene warns that unchecked covetousness can lead to destructive outcomes. The pursuit of what others possess can cause people to act irrationally, betraying their values or harming relationships in the process. He illustrates this law through examples from history and psychology, showing how covetousness drives people to ruin, both personally and professionally. To counteract this impulse, Green advises cultivating a sense of inner contentment and focusing on one's own unique path. He encourages readers to recognize when covetousness is influencing their decisions and to shift their attention towards long-term fulfillment rather than short-term desires. By doing so, individuals can avoid being consumed by jealousy and comparison, and instead work towards authentic success and satisfaction. The Law of Shortsightedness. The Law of Shortsightedness addresses the common tendency to focus on immediate gains while neglecting long-term consequences. Green argues that many people are driven by the allure of quick rewards, which often leads to impulsive decision-making. This short-sightedness is prevalent in all aspects of life, whether in business, relationships, or personal goals. Green highlights that short-sightedness stems from human impatience and the desire for instant gratification. People often overlook the future because they are fixated on the present moment. This leads to poor planning, missed opportunities, and, in some cases, significant setbacks. In this chapter, Green draws on historical examples to demonstrate how short-sighted decisions have led to disastrous outcomes. He contrasts these with individuals who practiced long-term thinking, showing how foresight and patience allowed them to achieve lasting success. To overcome short-sightedness, Green emphasizes the importance of strategic thinking and delaying gratification. He urges readers to look beyond the immediate future and consider the broader impact of their decisions. This involves cultivating discipline, setting long-term goals, and developing the ability to resist impulsive temptations. By doing so, people can make decisions that benefit them not only in the present but also in the future. Green also suggests that readers learn to anticipate the consequences of their actions and weigh the risks involved. By taking a long-term perspective, individuals can avoid the traps of short-sightedness and build a more stable and prosperous life. The Law of Defensiveness. In the Law of Defensiveness, Robert Greene explains that human beings have a natural tendency to become defensive when their ideas, actions, or beliefs are challenged. This defensiveness stems from a need to protect one's ego and self-image. Greene argues that while it is normal to defend oneself in threatening situations, constant defensiveness can become a barrier to personal growth and connection with others. Greene highlights that defensiveness manifests in various ways, such as dismissing feedback, justifying one's actions, or shifting blame onto others. This behavior can prevent individuals from seeing their flaws, learning from mistakes, or understanding others' perspectives. Greene emphasizes that excessive defensiveness can harm relationships, hinder teamwork, and create conflict in both personal and professional environments. To break free from this defensive mindset, Greene encourages readers to develop a more open and receptive attitude. He advises practicing active listening, being more aware of emotional triggers, and striving to view criticism as an opportunity for growth rather than an attack on one's character. By doing so, individuals can build stronger relationships, gain valuable insights, and avoid unnecessary tension. Greene also suggests that readers learn to control their immediate reactions and respond more thoughtfully to criticism or confrontation. This ability to pause and reflect before responding can lead to better decision-making and improved social interactions. Part 2. Influencing People. The Law of Repression. In the Law of Repression, Robert Greene explains how individuals often suppress certain emotions, thoughts, or desires to maintain social harmony or fit societal norms. This repression can be a result of upbringing, cultural expectations, or personal fears of judgment. While repression can help individuals avoid conflicts or uncomfortable situations in the short term, Greene argues that it can have negative consequences in the long term. Green discusses how repressed emotions and desires often resurface in unexpected and unhealthy ways. These repressed elements can create internal tension, anxiety, and irrational behaviors. For example, suppressed anger may lead to passive-aggressive behavior, or unfulfilled desires might lead to destructive habits. Green emphasizes that repression can limit a person's authenticity, causing them to live in a state of emotional imbalance. To counteract repression, Green encourages readers to develop emotional awareness and confront their suppressed feelings head-on. He suggests that people engage in self-reflection to uncover what they may be hiding from themselves. By acknowledging and addressing these hidden parts, individuals can achieve emotional freedom and improve their relationships with others. Green also advises finding healthy outlets for repressed emotions, such as creative expression, open communication, or physical activities. This release allows individuals to process their feelings constructively rather than letting them build up and cause harm over time. The Law of Envy. In the Law of Envy, Green explores the powerful and often destructive emotion of envy. Envy, he explains, arises when individuals compare themselves to others and feel inferior or resentful of their success, status, or qualities. While envy is a natural human emotion, Green warns that it can be corrosive if left unchecked, leading to harmful behaviors and damaged relationships. Green breaks down the different forms of envy, ranging from mild jealousy to deep-seated resentment. He explains how envy often operates in secrecy. Many people are reluctant to admit they feel envious, even to themselves. This denial can cause envy to manifest in subtle ways, such as gossiping, undermining others, or passive-aggressive behavior. One of the key points in this law is that envy often stems from a feeling of inadequacy or insecurity. People project their feelings of lack onto others who seem to have what they desire. Green emphasizes that envy can distort one's perception of reality, making someone else's success appear unattainable or undeserved. To overcome envy, Green recommends shifting the focus from comparison to self-improvement. He encourages readers to recognize their own strengths and work on cultivating their unique talents and skills. Instead of resenting others' achievements, Green suggests using them as inspiration for personal growth. Green also highlights the importance of empathy and generosity in counteracting envy. By practicing gratitude and focusing on positive relationships, individuals can reduce feelings of envy and foster a healthier, more supportive environment. The Law of Grandiosity. In the Law of Grandiosity, Robert Greene explores how success and power can inflate a person's sense of self, leading them to develop grandiose ideas about their abilities and invincibility. Greene explains that grandiosity is a natural byproduct of success. When people achieve something significant, they often begin to feel superior to others, leading to overconfidence and reckless decision-making. Greene highlights the dangers of grandiosity, noting that it can cloud judgment and distort reality. Individuals affected by grandiosity tend to overestimate their skills, underestimate risks, and believe they are destined for greatness regardless of the circumstances. This mindset can cause people to make irrational choices, ignore feedback, and alienate others in the process. To guard against grandiosity, Greene advises practicing humility and maintaining a realistic perspective on success. He suggests that individuals ground themselves by reflecting on their past struggles and remaining aware of their limitations. By staying connected to reality and recognizing that success can be fleeting, people can avoid the pitfalls of grandiosity and maintain steady progress. Greene also emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with honest advisors who provide constructive feedback. By seeking out diverse perspectives and listening to the advice of trusted individuals, people can avoid falling into the trap of believing they are infallible. The Law of Gender Rigidity. In the Law of Gender Rigidity, Greene examines the societal and psychological forces that shape perceptions of gender roles. He argues that traditional ideas of masculinity and femininity often trap individuals in rigid roles that limit their full potential. Green suggests that embracing more fluid and adaptable approaches to gender can enhance one's influence and success in life. Green explains that both men and women are often conditioned to conform to narrow expectations of their gender from a young age. Men may be taught to suppress emotions and adopt dominant traits, while women may be encouraged to be nurturing and passive. These rigid roles can stifle creativity, limit personal growth, and prevent individuals from fully expressing themselves. Green encourages readers to embrace a more balanced approach to gender by integrating traits traditionally associated with both masculinity and femininity. For example, men can benefit from cultivating emotional intelligence and empathy, while women can develop assertiveness and confidence. This blending of traits allows individuals to become more adaptable and versatile in various social and professional situations. Additionally, Green argues that breaking free from gender rigidity can help individuals connect more deeply with others. By moving beyond societal expectations, people can form more authentic relationships and build stronger alliances. Green emphasizes that true influence comes from being able to understand and navigate the diverse range of human behavior, rather than being confined to narrow gender roles. The Law of Aimlessness. In the Law of Aimlessness, Robert Greene explores the dangers of living without clear purpose or direction. Aimlessness, he explains, is the state of drifting through life without a defined goal, leading to wasted potential and unfulfilled desires. Greene argues that people who lack purpose are easily influenced by external forces, such as the opinions of others, trends, or momentary pleasures, because they have no internal compass guiding their actions. Greene emphasizes that having a strong sense of purpose not only gives life meaning, but also provides focus and motivation. People with clear goals are better equipped to resist distractions, overcome obstacles, and make steady progress toward their aspirations. Without a defined aim, individuals may find themselves feeling lost or dissatisfied, constantly seeking external validation or stimulation. To counter aimlessness, Greene encourages readers to cultivate a deep sense of purpose by identifying their core values, passions, and long-term goals. He advises setting clear, measurable objectives and breaking them down into actionable steps. By doing so, individuals can create a roadmap for their lives that gives them direction and helps them stay on track. Greene also highlights the importance of self-discipline in maintaining focus. He suggests developing routines and habits that align with one's goals, as well as regularly evaluating progress and adjusting strategies when necessary. By taking control of their direction, individuals can transform aimlessness into purposeful action, leading to greater fulfillment and achievement. The Law of Conformity. In the Law of Conformity, Greene discusses the powerful influence of societal norms and peer pressure on human behavior. He explains that people have an inherent desire to fit in with the group, often conforming to the expectations and beliefs of others to gain acceptance and avoid conflict. While this desire for conformity is a natural part of social life, Greene warns that it can also stifle individuality, creativity, and personal growth. Greene argues that conformity leads to mediocrity because it encourages people to suppress their unique qualities and follow the crowd. This behavior can limit innovation, critical thinking, and self-expression, as individuals may fear standing out or challenging the status quo. In extreme cases, conformity can lead to groupthink, where people blindly follow the collective mindset, even when it leads to negative outcomes. To break free from the pressures of conformity, Greene urges readers to cultivate self-awareness and confidence in their own ideas and values. He suggests embracing one's individuality and resisting the temptation to follow trends or popular opinions without critical analysis. By developing a strong sense of self, individuals can become more resilient to social pressures and make decisions that align with their true beliefs. Green also encourages readers to seek out diverse perspectives and challenge their own assumptions. By questioning conventional wisdom and thinking independently, individuals can avoid the trap of conformity and contribute original ideas to the world. Ultimately, Green asserts that true influence and success come from standing out and being authentic rather than blending in with the crowd. The Law of Fickleness. In the Law of Fickleness, Robert Greene explores how people's preferences, opinions, and behaviors can be unpredictable and change rapidly. Greene explains that fickleness is a natural aspect of human nature, influenced by shifting emotions, social pressures, and external circumstances. This inherent unpredictability can pose challenges for those seeking to understand and influence others. Greene highlights that fickleness often arises from a desire for novelty or a response to changing circumstances. People may shift their loyalties, interests, or opinions based on what is currently appealing or advantageous. This variability can lead to inconsistency in relationships, decision-making, and personal goals. To navigate the effects of fickleness, Greene advises adapting to the changing nature of human preferences. He suggests being flexible and responsive to shifts in others' behavior while maintaining a clear sense of one's own goals and values. By staying attuned to the fluctuating nature of people's desires, individuals can better manage relationships and influence others. Greene also recommends anticipating changes and preparing for them by developing contingency plans. Understanding that fickleness is a natural part of human interaction can help individuals avoid frustration and maintain strategic advantage in both personal and professional contexts. The Law of Aggression. In the Law of Aggression, Greene examines the role of aggression in human behavior and its impact on social interactions and power dynamics. He explains that aggression, while often viewed negatively, is a fundamental aspect of human nature. It can manifest as overt hostility or more subtle forms of competitiveness and dominance. Greene discusses how aggression can be both destructive and productive. On one hand, unchecked aggression can lead to conflict, violence, and damaged relationships. On the other hand, controlled and strategic aggression can be a powerful tool for achieving goals and asserting influence. Greene emphasizes that understanding and managing aggression is crucial for navigating complex social environments. To harness aggression effectively, Greene suggests channeling it in constructive ways. He advises using assertiveness and confidence to pursue goals and stand up for oneself, while avoiding unnecessary confrontations or hostility. By balancing aggression with empathy and strategic thinking, individuals can leverage their assertive energy without alienating others. Greene also highlights the importance of recognizing aggression in others and responding appropriately. Understanding the underlying motivations behind aggressive behavior can help in negotiating, managing conflicts, and maintaining control in challenging situations. Ultimately, Greene argues that mastering the dynamics of aggression involves recognizing its role in human interactions and learning to use it strategically to achieve personal and professional success. The Law of Generational Myopia. In the Law of Generational Myopia, Robert Greene addresses the tendency of each generation to view the world through the lens of its own experiences and beliefs, often leading to a narrow perspective on historical and social developments. Greene explains that generational myopia refers to the limited understanding and perspective that people inherit from their generational cohort. Greene argues that each generation tends to be influenced by its unique historical events, technological advancements, and cultural shifts. This can result in a myopic view, where people become overly attached to the norms and values of their time, while failing to appreciate the broader context or lessons from previous generations. Such a narrow view can lead to repeated mistakes and missed opportunities for growth. To overcome generational myopia, Greene encourages readers to broaden their perspective by studying history, understanding different viewpoints, and seeking wisdom from older generations. He emphasizes the value of learning from past successes and failures to gain a more comprehensive view of current challenges and opportunities. Green also advises staying adaptable and open-minded. By embracing a more inclusive perspective that considers both historical and contemporary contexts, individuals can avoid the pitfalls of generational myopia and make more informed decisions. The Law of Death Denial. In the Law of Death Denial, Green explores how the fear of mortality influences human behavior and decision-making. He explains that many people go to great lengths to deny or avoid thinking about their own death. This denial can lead to a range of behaviors, from obsessive pursuit of material success to avoidance of deep, meaningful experiences. Green argues that death denial often drives people to live in ways that are disconnected from their true desires and values. By avoiding the reality of their own mortality, individuals may focus on superficial achievements or distractions, missing out on opportunities for genuine fulfillment and personal growth. To address death denial, Green suggests confronting the reality of mortality directly. He encourages readers to reflect on their own lives and consider how their actions align with their deepest values and long-term goals. By accepting the inevitability of death, individuals can gain a clearer perspective on what truly matters and live more authentically. Green also emphasizes the importance of making the most of the present moment and creating a legacy that reflects one's true self. By acknowledging the finite nature of life, people can cultivate a greater appreciation for their experiences, relationships, and achievements. Conclusion. In the conclusion of the Laws of Human Nature, Robert Greene summarizes the key insights from the book and reinforces the importance of understanding and mastering human behavior. Greene emphasizes that by recognizing and addressing the fundamental laws that govern our actions and interactions, individuals can achieve greater personal and professional success. Greene highlights the value of self-awareness and adaptability in navigating the complexities of human nature. He encourages readers to apply the principles discussed throughout the book to enhance their relationships, influence others, and achieve their goals. The conclusion serves as a call to action, urging readers to take the insights gained from the book and implement them in their daily lives. By doing so, they can transform their understanding of human behavior and create more meaningful and impactful experiences. Thank you for listening to Minute Reads. If you enjoyed this audiobook summary, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful summaries. Drop your reviews and book suggestions in the comments below. If you're looking to purchase this book, head down to the description for the link. Until next time, happy reading